Whether or not there really is something like the afterlife is undoubtedly one of the greatest mysteries people have been trying to solve. While we might never be able to answer this question, one thing is for sure. Ghosts, phantoms, apparitions, and the supernatural in general have fascinated us for millennia, and there are many people who do believe in these things. In the past, ghosts were exclusively the subject of legends, creepy stories, and folk tales. But these days, when cameras and modern technologies are massively used, ghosts are often alleged to be photographed and filmed. Over the past decades, thousands of ghost photos have been taken, a vast majority of which have been soon or later proven to be fake. Yet, there are some eerie pictures that have not been debunked conclusively enough. Whether or not the images you're about to see in this video are really authentic, we may never know. What I can tell you for sure, though, is that all of them look disturbingly compelling and scary. I'm Mike with List 25, and if you're ready to be confronted with stuff that might change your opinion on the existence of ghosts, check out these 25 creepy photos that might make you believe in life after death. #25. Taken on September 19th, 1936 by Captain Hubert C. Provand, a London-based photographer working for County Life magazine, this photo shows a ghost known as the Brown Lady of Rainham Hall. Considered one of the most famous ghosts in Britain, she reportedly haunts the Rainham Hall in Norfolk, England. #24. This picture, taken by Denise Russell in 1997, was supposed to be just an ordinary, casual photo of her grandmother. However, a few years later, she eventually discovered that the picture also showed a figure that looked like her grandmother's husband, who had passed away almost exactly 12 years ago to the day the photo was taken. #23. This photograph of the library in the Combermere Abbey, a former monastery in Cheshire, England, was taken by Sybil Corbett in 1891. The ghostly figure of a man sitting in the chair is reputed to be the ghosts of Lord Combermere, a local viscount. The problem is, the picture was taken during the Viscount's funeral that was held 4 miles away from the library. #22. Also known as the Newby Monk, the Spectre of Newby Church is an artifact found on a photograph taken in the Church of Christ the Consoler in the Newby Hall in North Yorkshire, UK in 1963. Most speculation has concluded that the bizarre ghostly figure resembles a 16th century monk. #21. This photo was allegedly taken inside the house in Amityville, New York in 1976. One of the most famous paranormal photos of all time, it features what appears to be a young boy with white eyes who is peeking out of a doorway. The figure is speculated to be the ghost of John DeFeo, a 9-year-old boy who had lived in the house earlier and was murdered there. #20. After Terry Ike Clanton, an actor, recording artist, and cowboy poet, took this Old West-looking photo of his friend at Boot Hill Graveyard in Arizona, he was shocked to see a creepy figure of a man with a dark hat appear in the picture. Clanton claimed there was nobody but his friend when the photo was taken. #19. It has long been rumored that the Decibel Hotel in Bacău, eastern Romania, has treasure buried beneath it. It's also rumored that a ghost of a priestess guards the treasure. This 2008 photograph serves as some of the most solid evidence that there could be some truth to the rumors. #18. In 1946, a grieving mother went to honor her daughter who had passed away in Queensland, Australia. When the mother took a picture of her daughter's grave and had it developed, this ghostly child showed up. The woman had experts rule out double exposure, and she claimed she had no idea who the girl in the photo was. There were reportedly a number of graves nearby that were for infant children. #17. This photo of a young girl looking out from a raging fire was taken during a 1995 structural fire at Wem Town Hall in Shropshire, England. Shot from across the street by a local photographer, nothing unusual was seen at the time. But once the negative was developed, he noticed what appeared to be a young girl standing in the doorway of the burning building. #16. This ghostly figure was captured on a security camera at the Hampton Court, a royal palace located in the Greater London area. The figure appeared to be closing one of the palace's doors, but when the guards arrived at the palace, nobody was there. As the palace has a long and violent history, the figure is believed to be one of several ghosts that are rumored to haunt the building. Whoa, spooky.
Ghost.
15. Taken at the Waverly Hills Sanatorium in Kentucky, this picture shows what is rumored to be a ghost of a nurse who committed suicide in room 502. Legend says the nurse found out she was pregnant by the owner of the sanatorium without being married and had contracted tuberculosis, so she hanged herself with a light bulb wire outside her room. Now closed, the sanatorium is one of the most haunted hospitals in the US. 14. In 1985, the Coventry Freeman organization were having a dinner event at St. Mary's Guildhall in Coventry, UK. Everyone in the group had his or her head bowed in prayer when this photo was taken, including a tall, mysterious monk-like figure standing top left. Lord Mayor Walter Brandish, who was present at the dinner, said there was no one at the event who was dressed like that. 13. In 2012, a transparent apparition was caught on a security camera at the Curiosities Vintage Tea Room in Perth, Scotland. Dan Clifford, the owner of the tea room, said he and his staff had been experiencing bizarre things and hearing strange voices prior to the incident. 12. Designer Neil Sandbach accidentally caught this ghostly vision at the Tewanbury Farm in Hertfordshire, southern England, as a part of a photography project. Staff working at the farm later confirmed that they had seen the figure of a boy dressed in white on several occasions. 11. This picture shows strange, childlike apparitions at a railroad crossing in San Antonio, Texas. Allegedly, the crossing is haunted by ghosts of children who died there in a tragic accident in the 1940s. Since then, any car that stops at the crossing is believed to be pushed across the tracks to safety by the child ghosts. 10. Miss Chinnery was visiting the grave of her mother one day in 1959. After snapping a few shots of her mother's gravestone, she took a photo of her husband, who was waiting in the car. When the film was developed, the couple was surprised to see a figure sitting in the back seat of the car. Miss Chinnery immediately recognized it was an image of her mother, whose grave they had visited on that day. 9. Reverend Ralph Hardy, a retired clergyman from White Rock, British Columbia, took this famous photograph in 1966. Originally, he only wanted to take a picture of the elegant tulip staircase in the Queen's House section of the National Maritime Museum in Greenwich, England. Upon development, however, the photo revealed a shrouded figure climbing the stairs. 8. This photo was taken on November 16, 1968, when Robert A. Ferguson was giving a speech at a spiritualist convention in Los Angeles, California. Faintly appearing next to Ferguson is a figure that he later identified as his brother Walter, who died in 1944 during World War II. 7. This disturbing photo was taken in 2000 in Manila, Philippines. The girls were out one night and asked a passing stranger to take a picture of them using one of the girls' cell phone cameras, hence the low-resolution picture. The result is shown here, with the transparent figure seeming to tug on the girl's arm with a firm, if not friendly, grip. 6. In 1987, Mr. Sire and her friends were visiting the Fleet Air Arms Station at Yeovilton, Somerset, UK, when this photo was taken. Miss Sayer's friends took this photo with her sitting in the seat of a retired helicopter. When the picture was taken, Miss Sayer was alone in the vehicle, but upon the development of the photo, a bright figure sitting next to her can clearly be seen. 5. In 1991, several members of the Ghost Research Society investigated the Bachelor's Grove Cemetery outside Chicago, generally considered one of the most haunted places in the US, with over 100 reports of various supernatural phenomena. One of the members took a picture of the cemetery that was empty at the time, but when they looked at the photo, they saw a white, ghostly figure sitting on a tombstone. 4. Taken by Reverend R.S. Blance at Corroboree Rock at Alice Springs, Northern Territory, Australia in 1959, this famous photograph appears to show a transparent figure of a woman holding her hands toward her face, peering out into the distance. 3. This white spirit appeared one night just after midnight at the Wolf Pub in Penrith, Cumbria, UK. In a bizarre 35-second sequence filmed by the security camera, the ghost-like ball of light is seen descending through the ceiling. It then appears to assume the likeness of a face before disappearing through the ceiling. Locals say the building was once used as a funeral parlor. 2. In 1975, Diane and Peter Bertolot visited the Worstead Church in North Norfolk, UK. While in the church, Peter took a photo of his wife sitting and praying on one of the church benches, but when they developed the film, they found out there was a bizarre ghostly figure sitting right behind Diane. When they got back to the church, a local vicar told them it was the White Lady, the ghost of a healer who was believed to haunt the church. 1. The ghost roaming the bridge in Oak Grove, Kentucky is alleged to be of an unfortunate wife who was thrown off the bridge into the water and killed by her soldier husband in the 1960s. One story also mentions that on a certain night, her decomposing body can be seen walking the area under the bridge or on top of the bridge. So, do you have any creepy photos? Or what's the creepiest photo you've ever seen? Let us know in the comments below, or tweet your answer and photos to us at List25. That was spooky?
Ooh.
It's a very loud ghost. Also, kind of took a while to turn the lights off.
I'm not superstitious.
I
am a little stitious.
My creepiest photo is just this photo I have of Tristan when he was like 10.
What? Wait, what?
It's the one of you and your mom. Still have it.
That's out of context. This sounds very weird.
Maybe cut that. I was going to say your face, but then that sounded weird too, so I kind of...
It's way more innocent than it sounds.
Wait, hang on. It
No.
sure is.
I'm turning off the camera.
No, don't.
Turning it off.
No, don't. See?
Oh, well, you can get probably closer.
This is terrible.
It's not focusing.
I know it's not focusing because there's a lot going on here.
Maybe you should just send this to me.
Okay.
Okay. Whatever. Alright, bye guys.
Enjoying our lists? Be sure to click that subscribe button on the bottom right and the notification bell so you don't miss out on new ones every Monday through Friday. Share them with friends and help us consistently conciliate curiosity. And if you want even more lists, check out these videos here or just head to our website at list25.com.